Oh my goodness, y'all, it is dark. What is up? It is your girl JoJo, and I am here with the review for Ready to Love Season 3 episode. I don't know the number of the episode. I hope you guys are doing good today. It's actually Sunday. It is almost 9 o'clock, and I am just now doing this review. I am late. I already know that. I'm very, very sorry. But I have been in the process of moving and trying to get all of my stuff situated. And on Saturday, I was just tired, y'all. Is somebody in this car? I just did not have it in me. I was exhausted. I'm still not done moving. I'm still moving stuff, but I decided to call it a day. But I'm exhausted, you guys. I just got a lot to do. And I'm just sorry. I was ready to do my video Saturday morning. I was sharp. And then the person delivering my mattress was calling me to tell me they wanted to come early. And then they said they wanted to come later. And it was just a mess, child. But we got it done. But threw me off schedule. So anyway, enough about my life. Whoever wants to watch the video this late, you're more than welcome to, because I'm about to do it. So let's talk about what happened on the show. Now, things are getting formal, okay? Nephew Tommy said, dress it up and make it real for me, so that's what they gonna do. I cannot tell if somebody in this car. Anyway, they gonna get dressed and they gonna go do what they do. So first we got the dates though. Jason, Alexis Fly, Kira, and AJ, they go ice skating. And I know I pick on Alexis Fly a lot, but you guys, I really do like her. Alexis, you know, she just reminds me of, y'all ever have a friend and she just be right here on the edge of getting on your nerves, but you love her so much and you know she got a good heart, but she just be doing way too much. And every time y'all go out to eat, she get to laying out all her problems and her issues and everything she want to do in her life, and you just be looking at her like, girl, can you order? Can you order? Can you look at the menu and order? And we can talk about all this after I get some food in me and some drink. But I'm just not ready for you to lay it out on me like this. And she always doing the most. But you know her heart is in the right place. That is Alexis Fly. And I actually do like her, y'all. I liked her even more after this conversation that she had with Jason. She was just real. And she didn't come off like she was about to get offended. She wasn't asking him in a way like, you know how some people ask you a question and it's almost accusatory, so you don't want to answer it wrong. But she asked him, she said, look, do you want to date somebody who has a child already? Do you want to start fresh with somebody and do it, you know, new, and y'all have children together? Are you interested in me like that? Because it's okay if you're not, but just don't play with me. That's all I'm asking. And Jason kept it real right back. You know, I'm having a hard time turning you off of mom mode. That's just kind of how I see you. He's not really feeling it like that, and he's not really interested in her romantically. And I thought it was a very mature conversation, and she took it well. She was just like, look, it's a lot of queens here. May the best queen win. And I said, well, that's all right, Alexis Fly Jones. Now, is it queens? Or is it some court jesters involved? Because I got a whole lot to say about somebody, but I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it till we get there. Let's move on. Now, Kira and AJ are over there on the other side, and Kira say they got a history, and I was just like, y'all don't have no history. Not really. I mean, I guess y'all kind of got a history, but okay. And she said that when she look at AJ, she sees a boss. Is that what y'all see when y'all look at AJ? Do y'all see a boss? Are we on the same page? Okay. All right. I see declined. Even though I don't even know if that story was true. I think he was just trying to cover CYA. Cover your... But I don't really know. But when she see AJ, she see a man that's about his business. So, okay, I guess she like AJ. Moving on to the court jesters of the world. Let's just go straight to that. Y'all, I'm sorry. I had decided last episode that I didn't really care for Stacy. And I'm sure we all know at this point that Stacy went home, and I wasn't mad about it. It's just something about her. I just don't care for her. To me, Stacy strikes me as the type of person who, if nobody is interested in her, like if she's not the top pick, if she's not the one popping, then she gonna try to throw salt on everybody else's situation. That's kind of how I felt about her since probably episode 2. In all honesty, I don't know. It's just something about her. I don't know if this show was for her. So Stacy goes on a date with Ron. Now, I didn't know that Ron was interested in Stacy, but apparently he is. But they go on a date, and I didn't see any chemistry with the two of them. As a matter of fact, Stacy obviously don't see no chemistry with the two of them, because she starts to bring up Chris Ann. And she bringing up Chris Ann because apparently her and Chris Ann, they friends now. And ain't nothing wrong with making friends on the show, because I feel like the men kind of bond like that too. But you all know what you're here for, okay? We here for, the best person to win. So what you should do, what it would behoove you to do is, keep them close, but not too close. Y'all don't need to be making best friends. That's why I wouldn't go on to a dating competition show, because I wouldn't do nothing but leave with friends. I already know that's what I would do. I would bond with the ladies. That's why I'm not there. But all of a sudden, they freaking frack now. They hanging out. They soul sisters. And now she's sitting there telling Ron, you need to make a decision, because who's your number one? Because Chris Ann thinks she your number one, and she need to be your number one, and you need to let somebody. Ron is just like, listen, I ain't got no top one, okay? I got a top three. All right? And you was one of them, but now you not one of them no more. But Ron said he got a top three, okay? We're going to take it back to MySpace days. He had the top 8 or whatever it was. He got a top 3. He ain't really got no number one. And I kind of got what Ron was saying. Like, she was putting him on the spot, though. Like, what about my girl, Chris Ann? All right? Because that's who interested in you. So, child, I ain't see it for Stacy, child. I ain't see it for Stacy. But what I did like about what Stacy said was that she didn't date for a long time following her divorce, because she needed time to heal, which I think is great. I think everybody needs to take the time that they need before you get back out on the dating scene and start relinquishing your crazy. Go ahead and heal. Get what you need. I don't know if she done got everything she need, but get what you need and then start dating again. All right, so yeah, I think we done with that. So apparently Ron liked the salsa. So he get everybody together. It's Ron, it's Chris Ann, it's Vernisha, it's Joelle, who else? Tressa, and it's Dedrick. They all get together, child. They dancing, Ron teaching them the steps. They live in La Vida Loca. They getting it in. So Ron really knew what he was doing, and I like that. I like a guy that's not cultural, but just like to do different things. I'm tired of, you be done hooked you to death and took you to the lounge to death and took you out to eat to death. And sometimes you just want to do something different. So he was light on his feet, y'all. He was I'm sorry. He was showing them how it was done. Then him and Chris Ann got together, and she showed a little bit of what she could do. Some of her half Italian side. She showed a little bit of what she could do. And then he split them up into different groups, because he said, you know what, y'all not getting the steps. So I got to split y'all up in different groups so I can teach y'all the steps. And so I don't know what Joel and Venetia was doing, child. They was doing some type of Louisiana shuffle. They were not doing the salsa, but those two apparently like each other a lot. But I was watching Mila B's channel. Y'all go watch Mila B's reviews. She pointed out that she's hoping that the two of them are not trauma bonding with each other, and I didn't notice that at first, but I guess I can see that, because every time they talk about each other, it's always about what they've been through, and always about what they overcame, and how they see each other how she sees him as a father, and how he sees her as a mother. And it's just like, well, y'all know y'all gonna have to talk about something. Y'all gonna have to bond over something other than what you've been through. You're gonna have to bond over something else. But they do seem to like each other enough, I guess. I just hope it's not always gonna be about what they overcame, and just really them getting to enjoy one another, I guess you could say. So there's that. Chris Ann has a conversation with Ron, and Chris Ann don't really appreciate that she just in the top 3. Matter of fact, she don't even want to dance no more, because she heard that somebody else was his number one, and the number one apparently was Alexis Fly Jones. I guess y'all wasn't expecting that, huh? Guess y'all wasn't expecting Alexis Fly, because I didn't know she was anybody's number one, honestly. And Chris Ann don't really appreciate that. She just kind of looking like, oh, she your number one, so you got another number one. And Ron was like, I got a 3. I had a 3 that I like. Now it's down to a 2, because he ain't fooling with Stacy no more. All of y'all my number one, depending on what's going on. But Ron was just like, listen, it's part of the nature of what we doing. We're all seeing other people. And y'all listen, Remember I said that this show, although it's a little bit more extreme, it does simulate a real dating environment. And in a real dating environment, you are seeing other people until you guys make it official, until you guys either have a conversation. Don't ever assume that somebody's your man or your woman. You gotta ask. Until you guys have a conversation about dropping other people off and getting serious, y'all are not together, right? So chances are, just assume for your own heart and your safety that that person is seeing other people. Chris Ann, I don't know if they do checks and balances on this show, but if you want to see other people, you need to go see other people, okay? They let people come on the show pregnant and with 18 kids, so obviously they ain't running no background checks and engaged. So go ahead and you date other people too, child. Just date. Okay, don't be getting hung up on Ron like that. But I feel like they do the show like this on purpose, where there's a period where there's more women than it is men, and I hate it sometimes because it makes the women sometimes come off as catty and like they fighting over them, and yeah, that part I don't really like. But it is similar to the real dating environment. You know, you are seeing other people and you're trying to make a decision. So yeah, that's what everybody doing. Moving on. Let me see. Try and get my notes. Sorry, y'all. All right, then we meet up with Chris and Amber. You know what's interesting about Chris is he's kind of making the same mistake that he did with Nia when he puts all his eggs in one basket. Remember, everybody used to say that Nia was the only person he was interested in. He's kind of doing the same thing, but excuse me, y'all, I think this time he's actually picked the right basket, because Amber seems to be cool with everything that Chris is cool with, which I want to make a comment about. Now, I know Amber is 31. She probably got her head on straight. She probably knows what she wants. But let me tell you, Amber to me comes off as so agreeable, and maybe they just mesh well. Like, sometimes it's just right. I do believe that. Sometimes it's just right with a person. But I also remember times in my life where I would mold myself to exactly what the guy wanted me to be. So if he told me he liked girls who, I don't know, wore braids, then I'm going to have braids. Well, I wear braids anyway, but I'm just using that as an example. I would kind of mold myself to what the person wanted me to be. And then I would end up resenting the fact later that I molded myself into this different person because I'm not being myself. And I'm just kind of going along with it because I really like the guy. So I hope she's not doing that, but she's probably not. They might just really, really like each other, and that's good. But don't just be agreeing, just to be agreeing. Yeah, is all I'm saying. But I think they're cool. I think they're good. They do they zen, they get centered because, they keep it real. I am beautiful. I am on the show. I am breathing. I don't remember what they said, but they were saying some type of mantras, okay? It was some todays. Today I'm strong. Today I'm beautiful. Today I'm lovely. And he like Amber. He's feeling Amber. He feel like Amber is on her zen, just like he's on his zen, and they just seem to get along well. Now, they do have a conversation about marriage. Amber does want to get married. Chris says, we can get married, but that's not the ultimate goal. All right. Okay, he didn't hit you with the piece of paper, but all right, I get what Chris is saying. For the most part, that doesn't need to be your only goal, because I do meet women and men who just desperate for somebody to marry them. That is I'm not lying. I am not lying. There are women who just like, if I could just get somebody to marry me, they would feel accomplished and they would feel like they made it in life, when it's a whole lot more to life than just getting somebody to marry you. Actually, anybody, child, you could go get a bum off the street and be like, well, you want to get married? But, truly being in a marriage and the practice of marriage is a totally different thing. So I kind of get what he's saying. That just can't be your ultimate goal. But at the same time, Chris, don't have me your girlfriend for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years. Okay? Don't do that. Okay, smooth. So there's that. Y'all can let me know what y'all thought about that conversation. But the Deacon Chris, you probably gonna have to get married around now. Let's move on. Excuse me. Dedrick and Tressa go on a date. I was so uncomfortable. they had chemistry seemingly at the cooking class, and I don't know where the chemistry went when they got together. It just was not there. It didn't seem like Dedrick was comfortable. I don't know if Tressa was comfortable. It was just bad, y'all. Then they was at a spice store, and I was just like, maybe they should have went somewhere else. Like, maybe that wasn't the best place for a date. But he telling her about imitation vanilla and how she should never get imitation vanilla because something about some anuses. What did he say about the anal? What did he say, y'all? All I heard was anal, and I was just like, child, now I know I done used some imitation vanilla before, but don't ever use that, y'all, apparently. But it just wasn't there. Like, they weren't flirting with each other. There was no real vibe to anything. And Tressa did talk to him about what his, interests are, and if he was trying to get a feel if he was interested or not. And again, just like Alexis Fly, Tressa don't want to get played with. If you're not feeling me, let me know you're not feeling me, because I know a lot of times as a voluptuous woman, we will get played around with. Men will sleep with us, but they don't want to be serious about it. Child, let me just comment on that real quick. I don't like that. Now, I know I'm not a big girl. Don't matter. I see stuff how it goes down. I've heard about things. I don't feel like nobody should get played with. If you're not interested in somebody, now it's different if y'all doing a mutual play for play, if you know what I mean. But if you know somebody is a little bit more serious about something, or thinking that you're more serious, don't play with them. And I do know guys who have said to me before, like, oh, I don't date big girls, but if they want to, I don't even want to repeat it, because it just sounds so, I just don't like that. And I will check it if somebody says it to me, like, don't tell me no mess like that. That's some BS. You don't see me running around here trying to talk to big dudes because they got money, and big dudes always got money. I do, y'all. Even in college, the bigger the belly, the bigger the wallet. I don't know why, but even in college, them big dudes used to have money. And I remember I was in class with this guy. He played football. He was on the defensive line. We was just cool, okay? We ain't never expressed interest in each other. But, people had saw me talking to him one time, and they was like, girl, you need to jump on that. He probably gonna play professional, and he did, and do all this other stuff. And I was just like, listen, I'm not gonna play with that boy just because, he about to go off to what. First of all, he ain't asked me. But second, I'm not about to do that if I know that I'm not really interested, because I'm not finna play with him like that just because he might have some money. So just like I wouldn't play around with nobody that I wasn't interested in out of the sake of getting something out of the deal, you shouldn't do that to a big girl either. I'm just trying to do a comparison, because I know, we look at men and women, we look at things differently. So I'm just trying to give you get a little equity going in there. Don't play around on no big girl, because now I did hear, big women, just to segue into the next thing that y'all was, I did hear that y'all was real soft and whatnot in the bedroom. Y'all can tell me if that's true. I was jealous too when I found out, because I was like, child, you lay on me in that bedroom, you gonna have a headache. Don't lay on this chest. You better get a pillow. You better get a pillow. Moving on. Sorry. What is this? What are we talking about? Oh, okay. It's time to get to the players' ball. So the masquerade ball. So everybody showing up, everybody looking good. Alexis Fly Jones say she wore a wedding dress so everybody can see what she about and all this. And y'all know how Alexis do. So she come in there. Everybody looked nice. Everybody, I don't think there was an outfit that I didn't like. But baby, let's just get to who we need to get to, child. When Liz walked in that room, I said, I know that ain't my choir member walking up in here. I know that ain't my usher coming up in here. I know that ain't my deacon's wife coming up in here. Girl, you better show them what you can do. She looked good. She looked real good. Folks being nosy. My girl looked real good, and I already know it was probably people like, well, ladies, you don't have to show it all the time. I understand that you don't always have to put it out there. No, you don't always have to show it. I agree. But look, Liz didn't come on here doing that. She came on here in her saved and holy righteous clothes. She had on a bell sleeve. She came in here the right way. She set her standards. She told the men what she was expecting, what she didn't want. She put her celibacy out on the table. And when it came to the masquerade ball, she wanted the people to see that I'm more than what's just up under that choir robe. Okay? And I don't see a problem with it. I don't see a problem with it. It's not like this what she do all the time. Child, I'm more of a if you got it, flaunt it at least sometimes type of person. I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad. Sis was looking good. Everybody was like, who is that? Oh, them breastises was right, child. David was looking at her. I said, David, are you thinking about the Lord? Are you thinking about celibacy? I bet you not. But he gonna tell her, you looking real good. Everybody already think we together, and I want them to think that. I said, oh, no, you don't. She does not belong to you yet, David. So, go on. Okay, let her work the room if she want to work the room. But y'all, all the men were just like, even AJ was probably thinking to himself, like, maybe I could do this celibacy thing. If you wasn't interested before, don't come over here with that. Do not come over here with that. So, while I'm talking about Liz, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Jason saying that he was interested in her. Since when? Now, I know they went on the date, but was the end game of the date Jason being interested? Because I don't remember that. If it was, Jason, don't be coming over here with Liz just because, you done seen the breastises now. Don't come over here and play on Liz. Ain't nobody got time for that. And Leah's talking about, ooh, I'm in a conundrum. No, you not. No, you not. Because if they wasn't interested before, don't be letting them up in there. But we going to see what happened with Jason. we going to see if he come correct, I guess. Moving on. Jacqueline has made another appearance. She actually goes to talk to Alexis Fly Jones off to the side. I don't even really remember what they talked about. Let me try to see. Let me try to see if I typed it up. Oh, okay. Jacqueline was giving Alexis Fly Jones some advice about just walking back down the aisle again and how you gotta make sure you love a person, but you also gotta make sure you like them and you can tolerate them as well. But Alexis Fly Jones, she's looking for joy. She's not just looking for happiness in her marriage. She's looking for joy because it's everlasting. Hallelujah. And so Alexis Fly Jones is just trying to get some wisdom from Jacqueline. Where is Jacqueline the rest of the time? Actually, y'all can leave Jacqueline off. I don't really know how much she has to offer the women. But I guess we're going to give her another chance. Y'all ready to go ahead and talk about freaking Frack? I think we there. Yeah, I think we there. Freaking Frack walking around the party, they soul sisters. Even everybody noticing. Every time I want to talk to Chris Ann, apparently I gotta holler at Stacy first. I don't understand why they the dynamic duo, and I don't understand, Chris Ann, why you don't see why y'all running around there talking about blocking blessings. Your blessings is the ones getting blocked by Stacy. You notice that everybody that Stacy has been interested in is no longer interested in her. So I feel like now what she trying to do is throw a little salt in Chris Ann's game. She trying to throw salt in Ron's game. She gonna come up to Ron talking all that stuff about an alpha male, and we want to know that you're gonna lead. We need to know that you're gonna be able to lead. We need to know that you're gonna be able to be in control. We need to know, girl, shut up. Shut up. I get so tired of all that alpha talk anyway. But shut up. Why is you over here trying to coach somebody on what they need to do when it come to Frack or Frick or whoever the other person is? Mind your business and worry about not getting eliminated. What you did. You did get eliminated. But yeah, they walking around the party the whole time together. And even nephew Tommy told him eventually Frick and Frack gonna have to separate because y'all gonna be interested in the same person. But Chris Ann say that's her girl. Stacy say that's her girl. It was childish to me, to be honest. That's just me though. That's just me. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about freaking Frack. What else happened? Okay, the men get back together because they got to decide who's gonna go home. Dedrick talking about if I gotta force flirt with you, first of all, you wasn't trying to force nothing. You went on a date to the spice store. So that's already, my sinuses and stuff gonna get tore up. I'm gonna be in there sneezing around the cayenne pepper. I don't even know if that was a good idea, number one. And number two, I don't think you was feeling her. I don't think you was feeling her. So don't try to put it off like she wasn't giving you, and y'all wasn't giving each other vibes, if anything. I just don't think you were interested in her like that. You decided you was going to test it out. And I appreciate, look, it's fine. Just say that. I tried. It didn't work. But talking about he had to force flirt with somebody. Child, you just trying to get that boy off. And you done already missed the opportunity. Because you should have been over there with Amber. If you was trying to get that baby off real quick. But what else? Then the rest of the guys just talk about who they interested in. They all say that Liz definitely changed the game when she came in. Basically, we get it down to Stacy because of the whole freaking frack thing. And then the whole thing with Ron. And then, you know, she had her situation with David. And she gonna have to go. Then they say Tressa. I mean, everybody loves her personality. Everybody thinks she's cool. But they just not interested. They just not interested. So I'm not mad that they're not interested, you guys. You can't force somebody to like you. But what I was upset about is that Tressa thought that she was on a date with who was it that she met up with? Why am I drawing a blank? Was it Jason? It was Joel. She was with Joel and she thought they was on a date, and I was like, oh. And even Joel, you can tell he was just like, oh, come on, don't be sweet to me like that. I was like, oh no, my girl don't know she getting eliminated, y'all. And then she started crying. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Tressa. I really was sorry. I really felt bad because she didn't see it coming. She did not see it coming. So I felt sad about that. It's all right, Tressa girl. You gonna find that one for you. You gonna find that one. I got some uncles. If you want to come around by South Carolina, I know some people who will scoop you up now. Because they like them thick, brown. As a matter of fact, if my uncle wasn't remarried, he would snatch you up real quick. Because you are his type for sure. But yeah, that whole thing didn't work out. So then we move on to Stacy, who was completely bamboozled. She said that she wasn't given opportunity. She felt like she was fooled and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I didn't know what she was talking about, y'all. But she did make a good point, even though I don't know if it applied to her situation. But if people aren't going to be genuine, then they shouldn't be here. And I agree with that. But I couldn't figure out how she had been played with or bamboozled. Like she was saying, then she was saying she let her kids down because they wanted her to come home with somebody. And I was just like, where they daddy? Is he still on the road? Like, I mean, they probably just want her to have somebody. Maybe that's what it is. They just want her to have somebody. But she was almost talking like they wanted like a stepfather or something. But that's probably not what she meant. She probably just meant they wanted to have somebody. But yeah, you guys, she was totally confused. I'm like, Stacy, baby, you wasn't nobody's interest. You ain't noticed that nobody? I don't know. And then, you know, she said she wasn't used to being nobody's number two. So this ain't the show for you no way. Because somebody always number two around here. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me get in this house. It is dark. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye. Hold on a minute, y'all. How y'all let me forget about my favorite part? Did y'all see when Alexis Fly Jones walked by? I said, look at Alexis Fly Jones playing it cool. She went and got her a drink. And Chris Ann was just like, oh, excuse me, honey. Ron walked off and said, let me go talk to my number one real quick. Woo! That doggone Chris Ann was outdone. I said, you about to go home next. You keep it up. And Alexis was just like, oh, hey, everybody. Honey, she played that so smooth. But Ron came over there and hollered at his number one. As a matter of fact, he said that the way him and Alexis been moving, Alexis Fly Jones, it's been more like a relationship. The way that they talk and the way they moving, it's like the flow of a relationship. I said, I didn't see that coming. But hey, they both extra. Get together, read all about it. Let's see. That Chris Ann was hot. And I'm only laughing because I really do feel like Chris Ann thinks she up here and the rest of us like right here. So I was kind of laughing like, ooh, Chris Ann, you mad? I shouldn't laugh. I'm wrong, y'all. Let me go for real. Y'all have a good night. Bye.